Sever Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Subscribe.
So we are ready. Let's get into this. So these are the favorites. If you are just joining us, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. But you got Tadej Pogacar, you got Mathieu van der Poel, Mads Peterson, and then Wout van Aert. These are the clear favorites. So a couple others like Jesper Stuyven, Filippo Ganna, and maybe one or two other riders. But off the bat, these are the clear favorites. These are the guys that have been doing the most damage throughout the the season so far. Van der Poel has about 3 wins. Pogacar's got about 3 wins. Mads has got that big win at Ghent. And Wout only got a win in cyclocross, but he's been close. He's been in the mix. So especially for Flanders, he looked good. So, the thing is he going to be able to take care of the business tomorrow? Is he going to be in there with a shout? I think Wout is an outside chance. I don't think he'll be able to, if he goes to the line with Mads Peterson and Mathieu van der Poel. If he goes to the line with these two, he's not out sprinting these guys. And then if Tadej Pogacar's in the mix, I think that's going to be your podium. Mathieu van der Poel, Mads Peterson, and Tadej Pogacar. But it's a toss-up. It's between who is it, Mads Peterson or Van der Poel would be like the clear favorites. Van der Poel has the edge because of what he's been able to do. I think he's definitely the stronger rider. Winning Milan to San Remo, being the only person to be able to stay on Pogacar's wheel in the most difficult parts of a race. So I think Van der Poel is probably the clear favorite. Now, everyone's talking all of this stuff about there are no hills inside of Paris-Roubaix, so Pogacar doesn't have that chance to do the business because there are no hills. So, to the people who have not ridden the course of Paris-Roubaix, it is in by no way, shape, form flat. It is not flat. The whole race is undulating. Now, if you go and look at the profile of the course, it does this the whole way. No, there's no climbs, nothing steep. But if you're on these really horrible cobbles, and then you're also going uphill maybe 1% or 2%, and some of them have the nice little dip. So I think it's like the Sector 10, and as soon as you make a left turn into Sector 10, it drops down, you go down, and then you're climbing out of that bad boy. It's not no major climb, but trust me, if there's a little bit of wind, and then plus the cobbles, oh, trust me, it's going to feel, let me say, it's not going to feel, I know, it feels like you're on a climb. And there are quite a few sectors which actually dip down and dip up. So no, there's no major climbing, but it's enough in there to you can see it's going to be very similar. So everybody's talking all this stuff about Tadej Pogacar is lighter than Van der Poel and Ghana and all of this stuff. And man, that is the utmost nonsense I've ever heard. Because I remember when I was racing, and then on some of the tougher courses, I know that that was my terrain. It was where I should do well, and I should be kicking the butts of these little guys. And these little guys are bouncing along right there with me because they have less to carry and propel, and the weight to ratio is a different. So they're actually able to just go a little bit faster. Like I had the strength, I had the build, I was bigger, so that means I could take a bit more, but they were lighter and agile and fast, so it balanced out. Whereas I had the strength to muscle to whatever terrain, if it was mud, if it was riding on sometimes I remember we rode on this like heavy gravel, like marbly gravel, but in the gravel, like tractors had ridden over the gravel, so the mud underneath the gravel had the big the big divots in it. So trust me, with this soft like all of these soft stones, and then the dips into the thing, man, it was like guys were coming to a stop because your wheel was like turning and getting stuck. So if you didn't have the speed to, like, if you didn't have the power and speed to power through, because you needed to be like in a boat and just cut through. And the little guys that were strong, the good climber guys, were right there. They were right there. So there's nonsense about like Pogacar is not going to be able to take care of the business. It's crazy. It's flipping crazy. The only reason I think he won't win tomorrow is because of his lack of experience for the course. It's going to be his first time on the course, even though he's reconned it. To recon the course the day before or the week before, it's completely different from a race recon. So this is going to be his first race recon, and everyone else that he's racing, like all the other favorites, he's racing against Van der Poel, Mads, and Wout van Aert. They've all got the race recon. They've all got the they've done it before. They know what happens at a certain point. They know how the race flows. They know the feeling of the race. And this is something Pogacar is going to have to learn. But Pogacar knows these guys, so I'm pretty sure he's going to pay attention to these guys, and he's going to look for his moment. And if these guys decide to sleep on Pogacar, they will get burnt. Because if Pogacar gets a little gap, towards the end of that race, and we know who does the most miles, and I think who does the most miles is Van der Poel and Pogacar. Those two they do the most miles, and I believe that if Pogacar gets a gap on any of these three coming towards the end of that Roubaix, they can say goodbye. Say goodbye. And it doesn't even have to be a perfect storm for that to happen for Pogacar. All he has to do is stay there, bide his time. I hope he doesn't waste his energy like trying to attack and all of this stuff. All he has to do is just sit there and wait till like the last three sectors, maybe even the fourth to last sector. And the fourth to last, I believe that's the carrier for sector. All he has to do is just wait. All Poggie has to do is just wait. He's strong in it. They won't drop him. They will not drop him. All he has to do is wait, and then he could just then he gets on one of those sectors. Because I believe the carry forward, is it the carry forward? Is it sector? No, sector 10. Sector 10 goes down. And that is a really good sector to attack on, actually, because you go down into like a little valley. Like, so it's not a climb, but it goes down, but then you have to come up maybe 1 to 2%, of an incline, sort of a false flat. And then every time I did it, it's always been pretty windy coming, hitting you. Like whenever I've ridden on the course, there's always been a bit of a wind. And yeah, so it's so many places, and it's going to be so many opportunities for Pogacar, for Mathieu van der Poel. Mads Pedersen, I think if it stays together, Mads has a chance to take it in a sprint. I don't think Mads will be able to ride away from Pogacar and Van der Poel. No way, shape, and form. I don't think Wout will be able to ride away from him. So I think Wout and Mads are going to be, on an even level, even footing. But so yeah, that's just what I think, and it's just going to be interesting. I can't call it. The favorite, I won't say he's not the clear favorite, but the favorite for the day tomorrow is definitely Mathieu van der Poel. Mathieu van der Poel is the favorite for tomorrow, hands down. And a close second is going to be Pogacar and Mads. Those at Mads, because if he's on Van der Poel's wheel when they come to the line, it's possible he could outsprint him. But if Pogacar's on Van der Poel's wheel with 4 sectors to go, Pogacar has the strength and strong enough to be able to attack it, and maybe just jump those guys and drop them in, and get away. So the fact that the people saying that is not a climb after almost like doing close to almost 300 kilometers for towards the end of the day, any little headwind, any little sector you hit, it's going to feel like you're on a massive climb. It's going to hurt. So people talking about like, oh, it's not flat, no hills for Pogacar. Those people saying that have not ridden the course. They have not ridden the course, and they don't know what it feels like. And those last few sectors, they do have some uppity, they have some like they do undulate. So if you can go look on your computer, go look on your phone, and look at the profile of Roubaix. Roubaix is not like that. Roubaix does this the whole way. And you do not, man. And when they hit the Arenberg Forest, the Arenberg Forest, like this is the picture that you see in the background. This is the nicer part of the Arenberg Forest. That has to be some of the worst. It's a 5-star sector. It has to be probably one of the worst couple sections I've ever read. You can't, if you ride slow, you have to ride the Arenberg at speed. And the reason you need to ride it at speed is so that if you watch Pogacar, go to Pogacar's Instagram, go to Van der Poel, go to what went on, you would see the speed that they're doing, and they're doing that speed for a reason, so that they're bouncing on the crowns of the cobbles. So as long as you're doing enough speed and you're going from the top of each cobble, then, and that's the other thing. So you actually have to have the strength to maintain that, to maintain the speed, to like to bounce from top of a one couple to the next. So these are my fingers, and so this is the space between the couples. So if you're going slow enough, you hit the middles of the couples. But if you're going fast enough, you just and you know, you're literally gliding on top of those couples. But trust me, it's not easy. You have to maintain speed, and once you're at speed, then you can take care of the business, and it's going to be a good day. I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow. It's going to be super exciting. I have no idea who's going to win tomorrow. It's wide open. I was in the velodrome last year to see them come in and to see Matthew come in and then actually sit on the side of the track and wait for Phillipson to win the sprint for second place. But I won't be there this year. I'll be sitting here and then watching it on TNT Sports or Eurosport, and which really sucks. But anyway, next year is going to be a completely different thing, and I'm just looking forward to next year. Next year is going to be massive. I'm trying to print up some T-shirts, and the thing is, I want to give them away. So I'm not trying to sell the T-shirts. I'm trying to print some T-shirts up to give away. But if no one requests T-shirts, I'm not doing any T-shirts. And yeah, so that's my take on Paris-Roubaix. It's going to be, I'm super excited for tomorrow. I'm jumping out of my skin. You have no idea how excited I am for tomorrow. Anyway, it's been Louis, Savage Legs Media. I appreciate you for joining me. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel, because there's just so much more coming. So we got Paris-Roubaix, we got Flash Wallon, we got Amstel Girl coming. I'm Liège, Bastogne, Liège. What else? Brods. Oh, you got, you know, the girod'italia, Tour de France, the Dauphiné. So much coming. So much coming. And we're going to try to bring you the coverage for each race. Yeah, we gotta give you the ladies for Roubaix as well. Anyway, I want to see my girl Martalac. Let me just grab her picture really quickly. Martalac. That is who I would like to see do well tomorrow. Do I? No, I don't gotta. I thought I had a. So you can't see her whole name because I didn't do a thing. But this is Martalac. She now rides for SD Works. When I met her, she was riding for Certivits, and really cool young lady. And she won Noka Denelith, Noka Corsa, and it was an uphill sprint, and she won that. I do like her on SD Works, but have a bit mixed emotions about her being on SD Works, because there's so many superstars, and I think Martha's a superstar, and I think she deserves to be able to shine. And it's going to be hard inside of that team, because they got Lorena Wiebes, like basically she's probably the favorite for tomorrow to win the sprint, and then you got Lotto Kopecky, and like those two weren't in the Noka Corsa race, so that's why she was able to take care of the business. So she was able to step up, and yeah, I think it's great that she got into the #1 team, but I also think it's going to, man, she could win so much more races. She's so talented. She's super, super talented, and I wish that she was in a strong team, but you know, in a strong team, but at the same time, she was like you know, had an opportunity to be more of a lead in that team. So anyway, that's it for me. And it's to be Savage Legs Media. Appreciate you. I'm going to be out, and we will be back after tomorrow's race, after Roubaix. So, oh, but we got to check out this the Basque Country later today, and just tune into Instagram. I might even come here after Basque Country, and give you the end of the GC, because Yao Almeida is leading that. He's in the yellow jersey, and I think he's going to stay in the yellow jersey. He has a big enough gap. I don't think anyone's going to take that from him. And yeah, and Ben Healy yesterday, that was an amazing ride by Ben Healy. And it's going to be an exciting season. I think Ben Healy's going to get a few stages in the Tour this year. You know, at least one. Anyway, talked enough. So we got to close back out with that. And we will see you later on today. Thank you for tuning in.
Sever your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.